Hola familia. Anthony and I were talking about how we need to be better at having conversations with you all so you could feel like you are part of this family. So as Anthony and I get dinner ready, I am gonna be preparing the chicken, cutting broccoli on this one, and Anthony, the sweet husband, is doing dishes. Thank you. Thank you.
I think my shirt's inside out.
It is. Yeah, it is. We were talking about scary stories, and I think I asked Anthony, hey, did you ever read the book Scary Stories as a kid? And we were talking about that. Anyways, we ended up talking about how when I was growing up, I had a fantastic childhood growing up. My parents are wonderful, and but I did grow up sheltered, right? Like, we didn't watch PG-13 movies. Well, we weren't supposed to. I would go to my friends' houses and watch them sometimes. Like, I think like the last Harry Potter was PG-13. Yeah, Mom, if you're watching this, I did do that, sorry. But like, we were pretty sheltered. And I think one thing that we were, Anthony, are you running away because you don't want to talk about this?
No, I'm coming back. I just changed my shirt.
So
it just felt weird wearing a gray shirt with gray sweats on. So
that's what you wear when you're on the house. But the one thing that I was super sheltered about, like super sheltered about, I don't know if I want to talk about this.
Sex.
Sex.
No, say it like an adult.
Sex. Sex. So my parents tried to talk to me about it, but it wasn't like, I don't know. I don't remember the time, and we didn't talk about it much. Anyways,
Rebekah had a sheltered upbringing. I did not have a sheltered upbringing.
Sex-wise.
I didn't have a sheltered upbringing.
Okay.
I was a latchly kid. I like watched R-rated movies and like, you know, my parents talked to me about, well, my mom talked to me about anything and everything. So I knew about stuff. And I knew about sex and whatnot. And plus my mom also, she went to school and learned and took like sex ed classes because she was for child development type stuff. So she was always very open to talk to us about that subject matter. And so yeah, I did not have a sheltered upbringing. So the question I posed to Rebekah, because the thing about being Mormon is that sometimes, well, I wasn't always Mormon, so that's why I didn't have too much of a sheltered upbringing. But the thing about being Mormon is that like we get put into this, what is it, stereotype? We get put into this thing that we have this bubble that, what I'm trying to explain.
I think non-Mormon people get this. It's always awkward to talk about sex with your children, right?
Okay, so there's a taboo about talking about sex with your children. There's a taboo around sex itself.
You're yelling.
Because I'm
passionate.
The point I'm trying to get at is that there's a taboo when it comes to talking about sex, especially talking about sex to your children as parents. And we want to bring up our kids in a way that it isn't a taboo subject, so that way they're not sheltered and they know what sex is all about, that it's a beautiful, wonderful thing, and that it's
not
all good.
Bad.
It's not bad. So we usually tell our kids, it's like, hey, mommy and daddy need to spend time together, we need to talk, alone time, whatever. And so then we go put them off to go watch a movie or do something so then we can have sex. Such a kid. Anyway, so I said, why don't we just say we're going to go have sex? So straightforward, out in the open, you know, cut and dry, and that's it.
And I thought that was creepy. Like, I don't want them knowing when, but he has a good point of, then they know it's like, you
it's
could
normal.
Do it whenever, and it's normal.
Yeah, it's a normal thing. And that mommy and daddy love each other.
Let's go stand by the door and listen. It's like I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think, are you more in line with me of like, I don't know, that's creepy. I don't know. Why do you think that's a good idea? Like,
I didn't say it was like a amazing idea. I just said like, what would happen if we were to say that? Like, it's not, because we're teaching that it's not weird, it's not awkward, it's not something bad, it's something that moms and dads do. And the whole excuse of saying like, mom and dad do this to have a baby is sort of dumb, because that's not the only reason to have sex.
I know, but if you're telling them, then I don't know. Like, I wouldn't want to know when my parents are having sex. Like, we're at a family reunion and mom and dad just like disappeared. They're like, hey everybody, hey, come Rubia's family. Okay, don't leave us alone.
No, I think
we're gonna go have sex. We're like, oh, let's leave. Let's go watch a movie. Gross. Well, that's what they're thinking about. I know, the entire time.
But see, that's because it's not normal. It hasn't been normalized. It's sort of been awkward. Like even when I jokingly tell Rebekah, it's like, man, your mom and dad probably get it on all the time and stuff like that. She feels super awkward, or gets like she thinks it's funny. Like,
no, they don't.
Gross.
Except for they have 8 kids.
Yeah, and usually check out scientific fact. Well, I don't know if it's that scientific, but
you found it on like a man magazine.
Yes, I found a man magazine. That sounds weird.
No, wasn't it like some sport magazine? Like
probably like some men's health magazine.
Yeah.
Man's magazine sounds just wrong.
Okay.
Like a men's health magazine, or no, this is more like a parenting magazine.
It was?
Yeah, because why would they have like birth rate?
I don't know.
Anyways, the stat that they gave was like, on average, in order to have a kid, you probably need to have sex a couple times, like 200 something times is what they said.
No way.
So it might have been a men's health magazine.
See, honey, we're gonna do this more often. What do you guys think? Like, how do you ask the question? Like, what do you think about that?
Well,
are we gonna do that?
I don't know.
I don't know how Veronica would react. What did your parents say?
What did my parents say?
Yeah, like, did they tell you when they're gonna go have sex? Tell us in the comments below, Elsa. Tell us, Augustine.
No, that's...
What did you do? Oh, what? See, now you're getting embarrassed.
No, because the thing is, like, I was a teenager by that time, like,
So you tell them up until they're 12? Like, we're not going to stop having sex when Veronica's 12?
No, I'm just saying that I was a teenager at the time, so I know what's going on behind closed doors type of thing.
I didn't.
See? Growing up differently.
We weren't allowed in our parents' bedroom. We always wanted to use their bathroom because it was nice, and sometimes they'd let us, but they wouldn't let us in their bedroom.
No, see, I think that is a good philosophy to have. Kids should not belong in parents' bedrooms.
But we didn't know why. We thought it's because they always had like gifts for us hiding under their bed.
See? If they knew the truth, then they would never want to go in the bedroom.
No, or the closet. That's where I found them. In the closet. And Mom and Dad. My mom's probably blushing so hard right now. Love you, Mom.
I'm the one editing, so I don't know if I keep it in there for them or not.
You should.
So, I mean, no, the real question is, like, how do you normalize sex for your children? That's the real question of this. That idea or suggestion was maybe a way to try to normalize it, so it's not awkward or weird.
Yeah, this is a lot of chicken.
So, that's the question. How do you give your kids a sex talk and normalize sex so they don't think it's an evil thing and all that?
I don't think so much like the sex talk, right? I mean, like.
But see, that would always lead.
I think that's like a continuous thing.
Yeah. Talking about sex should be a continuous matter.
And we haven't made that such a thing. Like Veronica.
But Veronica
knows her body part names.
Yeah, knows her anatomy.
Even for boys too.
Yeah, here's the funny thing about Veronica, which Rebekah has made me edit out of the vlogs multiple times.
What does she do?
When Veronica, I know. So when Veronica draws boys, she'll sometimes draw a penis on them.
No, when she's being funny though.
Yeah, but see,
but it shouldn't be a funny thing. That's true.
But like she always.
It's because I giggle. She'll be like, "Look, Mom." It's like a penis on it. Am I supposed to say that on YouTube?
Yeah. That's fine.
Anyways, that's the end of our vlog. Thank you, family, for tuning in on this Sunday meal prep talking adventure, but we wanted to make it more natural for us having a conversation and you being a part of it.
Yeah. And next week we'll do Q&A when we're on our road trip coming back from Arizona. So I know you guys have submitted some questions, so submit some more questions below for our next Q&A.
Adios.
Hasta luego.
your
These are our friends.
Right?
Yeah.
I think this is a good thumbnail right here.
I wish you guys could see my face underneath my scarf.